if I seem a little nervous here, it's not because why you might think. It's because I got a really scary email from Mark Franke. It wasn't even to me. It was I was just CC'd, but you know, I got that feeling like if somebody thinks skydiving is a good idea and you jump out of the plane for the first time, or say you've gone for a swim on the beach and you see a white shark swimming at you, and you know, so it's not even that Mark is a bad guy. Is that the subject line was 2013-14 Instructional Program Review Extravaganza. You know, the email had been sent to a chair in my area, and I imagined a primal scream exploding from her, filled with dread and despair. And yet, despite the fact that Mark is the chair of program review, he is much more popular than Frank Nixon. I mean, no, on a personal level, everyone likes Frank Nixon. But Frank Nixon has become the face of SLOs. And we have embraced SLOs with the same glee we do our taxes. Making faculty feel happy about SLOs is like making a teenager feel happy about a 10 p.m. curfew or winning the silver. And yet, despite that, and yet Mark Franke and Frank have explained with great care that the ultimate purposes of these processes is not to condemn us to pointless labor, but to employ these mandated processes to show us how to be better at that which we do. Not particularly individually, but in programs and departments. So of course, when we think of improving student success, we think of better teaching practices and improved counseling and improved technology. But I think it's a strange paradox that we have a hard time getting our hands around program development. We're not in the habit of mind of thinking of programs and of how they link and intersect, of how each supports other programs and how each depends on the other. But I think we need to embrace this. I urge us to because the stakes are so high. The stakes are our students' lives. And so we have got to get it all right, including making our programs as innovative and effective as possible. Now, really, the mission of this college is to save lives. If you're in the classroom, you do it every day. Sometimes students come back 10 years later and tell you that you were the one person who made all the difference. Often they don't know they're in deep water. And they may never know that you were the one who saved their lives. But I do, and you do. The more successful we are, the more lives we save. And that's why there is a certain level of urgency. No matter what you teach or where you work on this campus, your ultimate task is to give our students the tools to live a life in which they can prosper and thrive. You give our students a craft, knowledge, ways to think. Now, we have seen remarkable improvement in our scores and success and retention rates since around 2009, or about a year after this college began a systematic and deliberate campaign to improve student success. The campaign has borne fruit, but it is not enough to have excellent instructors to sustain student achievement. We need excellent programs. We have plenty of examples on this campus, like the Falcon Restaurant, which is a real sit-down restaurant that is so highbrow that it has more than one kind of fork. data shows that our athletes achieve at a higher rate than the average student in terms of persistence, success, retention, and GPA. Now, our college has the only dental hygiene program in the state with a state-of-the-art simulation lab. A career coach on the main college website encourages students to connect the workplace training to the local job market. Our English department now has organized and streamlined our writing classes so students can complete in 1 year what used to take them 2. Thinking on the program level is a habit of mine for us to develop with some straightforward questions that we are often prodded to answer in formal processes like program review, unit planning, and SLO assessment. Straightforward questions, but questions we sometimes have a hard time grappling with. For example, if your program assigns a textbook written at the college sophomore level, but most of your students do not yet read at a high school level, how do you design or modify your program to help those students succeed? Those are the kinds of questions we need to struggle with. Because good guys like Mark and Frank are not great white sharks, but we know the shark is out there, and we know our students are in deep water.